Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today's lecture is one of the topic of chapter 1 of 9th class biology book, that is contribution of Muslim biologists and some European biologists. Today in biology book we know a lot of information. That information is the contribution of many of the biologists, and some of them we are going to discuss today. First scientist is Jabir bin Hayyan. He wrote books Al-Nabatat and Al-Haywan. Al-Nabatat is book about plants and Al-Haywan is the book about animals. Next Muslim biologist is Abdul Malik Asma'i. He wrote many books and some of them are Al-Khil, Al-Ibil, Al-Wahush, Al-Shah and Falakul Insan, in which the structure and function of body parts of horses, camels, sheep, wild animals and human beings were described. What are the structure of different organs and different parts which are present inside living organism, and how do they perform function, that was described by Abdul Malik Asma'i. Next is Ali bin Rabban Tugri. He wrote the book Firdausul Hikmah, in which many illustration and detailed articles about philosophy, zoology, psychology and astronomy was given. Next is Abu Usman Umar al-Rahiz. He wrote book Al-Haywan and the name is suggesting it is about the animal. In this book, 350 species of animal characteristics were described, so that is a big achievement. Next scientist is Al-Farabi. He wrote book Kitab-e-Nabatat and Kitab-e-Haywanat, which is about plant and animals respectively. Next is Abdul Qasim Al-Zahrawi. He told us about the method of removal of urinary bladder stone, how it can be removed from the body. The method of removal was discovered by and was told to us by Abdul Qasim Al-Zahrawi. The next is Ibn al-Haytham. Ibn al-Haytham wrote the book Kitab al-Manazir and Manazil Hikmah. He explained the phenomena of vision, how we can see things, how we are able to transcribe what we are seeing, how our brain decide what we are seeing. That is told by Ibn al-Haytham. The next scientist is Bu Ali Sina. He wrote book Al-Qanun fil Tib al-Shifa, and he was the very famous scientist, especially biologist. He wrote the book about plants and animals and non-living things, and he is known as the founder of medicine, as he told us about a lot of medicines which can cure many diseases. The next scientist or the next biologist is Ziauddin Ibn Baitar. He is specialized in the study of plants. Next is Ibn al-Nafis. He described the process of blood circulation in human body, how heart pumps the blood which can be circulated throughout the body, how it carries out back to the heart and it is pumped again. Whole circulation process was described by Ibn al-Nafis. Next is Kamaluddin al-Tamiri. He wrote the book Hayatul Haywan, in which about 1,000 kinds of animal characteristics were described. The next biologist is Ali bin Isa. He is well-known eye specialist. He told us about many diseases and the structure of eye which is present in our body. The next scientist is Abul Qasim Majreti. He wrote books on the animal species, in which many animal species, their characteristics were described. Here is the end of contribution of Muslim biologists. Now we are going to see contribution of some European biologists, and this point should be noted here that all of the recent researches and all of the recent study is carried out by European biologists, but the basic pioneer scientists were Muslim. The first European biologist is Robert Hooke. He discovered cell, the basic unit of living organism. Today we know all living organisms are composed of one or more cells. They have the cell as basic unit of structural and functional in all of the living organism body. So basically the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke. The next scientist is Linnaeus. Linnaeus is known as father of taxonomy, how animals and plants are different from each other depending upon their characteristics. If a new organism is discovered, how it can be classified as animal or plant or other kind of living organism. What are the characteristics of living organism? Depending upon those, we have classified them. So that system of classification is known as taxonomy and was introduced by Linnaeus. The next scientists are Sheridan and Siobhan. They describe the detailed structure of plant and animal cell and formulated cell theory. The cell is the basic structure and functional unit of living organism. All living organism consist of one or more cell, and cell can be divided from the pre-existing cell. These are the points of cell theory. And animal and plant cell structure, what organelles are present inside them, how plant and animal cell are different from each other. That process or that structure was defined by Sheridan and Siobhan. Next European biologist is Louis Pasteur. He discovered bacteria as the cause of many diseases like tuberculosis. Before the discovery of bacteria, many diseases cause were unknown. As bacteria cannot be seen with the naked eye, so it was possible after the discovery of microscope. So after discovery, many diseases were be able to cure also. The next biologist is Joseph Lister. He introduced antiseptic iodine and carbolic acid. Antiseptic is a substance which is used to eradicate or to get rid of germs and bacteria on a particular surface. The next scientist is Edward Jenner. He introduced or he invented the method of vaccination against smallpox. Vaccination means to prevent an infection before it's occurring. Like if we want to invent the vaccine of any of the virus like smallpox, and if we introduce it to a living organism, suppose human, so when smallpox come in contact, it won't be able to cause disease. The next scientist is Charles Darwin. He wrote the books Origin of Species, in which he described the evolution of different species through natural selection. The next scientist is Gregor John Mendel. He gave the famous laws of heredity and laid the foundation of genetics. How characteristics from parents to offspring can be inherited, can be transferred, and what are genes and how genes are responsible for particular characteristics in living organism. These laws and this information was given by Gregor John Mendel. The next scientists are Watson and Crick. He described the double helix model of DNA, and the DNA is the substance which is known as hereditary material. All of the genetics means all of the information is stored in DNA, and from parents to offspring, the characteristics which are transferred are through DNA. The next scientist is William Harvey. He described the circulation of blood. Then is Galileo Galilei. He invented microscope to examine a small organism. After the discovery of microscope, many things which were not known before then, like bacteria, was able to be identified and was able to study, like cell tissues, which were earlier not able to study properly. After the discovery of microscope by Galileo, it was made possible. That is the end of the lecture. Allah Hafiz.